Yes, 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 yes. I'm Nicholas Tanek. We're here with Lady Lioness and Nicco Noire. This is a spin-off show called The Growl. This is for the people who have that hunger inside them. Seriously, that fire, that crave. So you go to a munch, you go to anywhere, you go to work, you go to the supermarket, you can tell it's got it in it. We're gonna be talking to Nicco Noire. We're also gonna be talking about tea parties. And this is your kinky friends show. So please don't judge. This is a lifestyle. This is a culture. Be cool. Be kind. Keep an open mind. So this is wild. This is very, very wild. I met Lady Lioness. As soon as I met Lady Lioness, we started talking about podcasting, and the first person I wanted her to meet was Nicco Noire. Now we got it. We got it right here. Please, everybody go to yourkinkyfriends.com. Listen to us on Spotify. I put stuff on Spotify that I don't put on YouTube. So we are here with the legendary Nicco Noire and the legendary Lady Lioness. Lady Lioness, straight from New Jersey, ClubFEMNJ Goddess House, and Nicco Noire truly needs no introduction. She is, oh my God, she's the Depeche Mode goddess. She's been around the world. She's the pantyhose princess. She's a pantyhose princess, Nicco.
I love her.
So fucking true. Hi, Nick. Hi, Lioness. You guys, thank you for inviting me. I feel like I haven't done a show with you in so long, and I'm kind of like, well, what the fuck? Like, and I'm the one like I need a break. I'm so exhausted. Everything is just so difficult. I was having a moment. Because I love this. I miss you. I miss doing shows. Yeah, I'm really stoned right now too.
All right, then let's Nicco. Let's listen to Lioness's report. Lioness went to a tea party, not just your typical tea party, right? But please, Lioness, give us your Femdom and J tea party report. What is a Femdom tea party exactly?
So a Femdom tea party is exactly what it is. It's a tea party. It's a traditional style tea. There's past hot water and tea. There's little finger sandwiches, cucumber sandwiches, ham salad, chicken salad on tiny little bite-sized pieces of bread or croissants. And you have a tiered server on the table, on each table. And the tablescapes are usually gorgeous. This was a holiday winter goddess tea. We also celebrated the birthday of one of our sister goddesses at Goddess House NJ, which is a leather family. She's also a part of ClubFEMNJ. So Mistress Gabrielle, that was her birthday celebration tea, which was beautiful. So on the tiered servers, we have usually the top tier is a savory. Then you have a sweet plate in the middle, and we had pistachio mousse, we had chocolate deviled cupcakes, we had stuffed dates with brie cheese and pistachio crumble. It was and creme brulee cups. It was, yes, we have hats and fascinators, and it's a really lovely time. And then of course, what would any tea be without scones? So we had fresh baked scones. We had blueberry, cranberry, orange, pumpkin, cream scones. It was really, it was a feast, and it was absolutely wonderful. What sets a Femdom tea apart from other teas is that you have the men, the submissive men serving. So they were all wearing bow ties and white shirts and vests, and they all brought around they served out and cleared. They walked around with water, cold water for drinking and hot water for tea. And they did all the prepping and the cleaning, and it was truly beautiful. They do a wonderful job.
This is staged in one of your members' homes. Was this in because that looked beautiful. That could be in anywhere.
Yeah. So it was at Goddess House NJ. So that's okay. One of our sister goddesses' homes.
So that's fantastic.
Isn't that gorgeous? She does a beautiful
It's
job.
it's beautiful. Now, let me ask you, so your submissives, how do they get the privilege of serving that tea?
So this tea was a more intimate friends tea. So we have submissives that are a part of the house, a part of Goddess House NJ, which is a leather family. And those boys are the ones who get to serve. At ClubFEMNJ teas, or larger scale, like event teas, like for Test Fest or the weekend conventions that sometimes we'll do a tea for. People can sign up to serve if they so choose, whether that be a male submissive or female submissive, or we've had DOMs that even just want the experience of serving. So then in that sign up, they also have to take a tea service class that usually gets presented, how to serve, what side to serve from, what side to clear from, and just the etiquette of providing silent service, which is gorgeous.
Very, very protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Etiquette. Nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, and that's
so
really
how
all.
often do you do these?
We do them a few times a year, at least once a year for one of the major conventions. But we usually do them every couple of months. Get together and find a reason.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm jealous. I do not have. So, well, here's what's crazy. So in Texas, we have a lot of tea rooms. We have a lot of tea rooms, like more than anywhere. Like I can't think of a place outside of Texas that has like high tea room where people, and it's common. It's not at all strange. Women, ladies that lunch, they love to go and have tea. Trust me, I know, I'm with them. But what I'm trying to say is I don't have, specified submissive, server, because that would be better.
Mm-hmm.
That would be better. And I can't think that I've ever been to a tea that, well, I can't think if I've ever been to a tea. I think I've been to, I know I was one when I was very young, but I don't think that counts. So, but I want.
What about the dress code? What about the dress code? Any dress code or themes when it comes? This is obviously a Christmas themed one.
Yeah, that's the winter tea, the holiday tea. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but dress code is really whatever you feel beautiful in. Usually at the fetish events, the conventions, it's more fetish driven, the dress code. So corsets, leather dresses, the top hats, the Gothic style top hats, or like steampunky kind of a look. Men should wear jackets if they're sitting for tea. Women, usually it's a longer skirt. It's a hat, a tea hat or fascinator. You can do gloves, you can do pearls. That's usually how we roll. I don't prefer a hat. I prefer a fascinator. So I usually clip a little colored something that was black and white, my outfit. So a black fascinator was for the day.
Gorgeous.
Thank
beautiful.
You.
It's beautiful.
Thanks.
I'm so fucking jealous. Like, we don't do anything cool. Like, I didn't do anything cool this year, and so for so many years I did really big, like, holiday fetish events, or I kept myself really busy. The last few years I've chosen so the first few years I was like, oh God, I love doing nothing for Christmas. This is wonderful. And now I'm kind of like, I should be busy doing ridiculous things. Like, not that tea is ridiculous, but you know what? It would be ridiculous if I just flew to New Jersey one day and had tea with you. That would be ridiculous.
I'd pick you up at the airport.
Perfect.
Right there.
See? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That sounds good to me.
Yeah,
you could learn how to serve tea. Oh my God.
You should learn how to serve tea. In my wildest dreams, Nick is serving me tea.
Oh my God. Did you hear what she said?
Yes, I've heard what she said. I've heard it before.
I can't say that any louder. I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay.
So I do have some questions about the tea. So, you know me. I always looking for that intense moment Was there any funny interactions or like an intense scene that happened? I know it's tea. I know you're supposed to have poise and calm presence, and that's a thing. But someone may be locked in chastity under that suit and tie, or something. There could be something going on. Was there any kind of interaction or intensity?
Well, we do have a boy who's newer to the house, and he's a little bit of he's a tough to tame boy, and he tends to step out of line, whether that be on purpose or not. That stands to be discovered. But he ended up, we had to take out the very long naughty stick. And unfortunately, that boy needed some attention, some TLC. So.
What about surprises? Any like surprises, tea spilling stories, so to speak?
There's so many different conversations, intimate conversations that go on at the different tables. We talk about, and I guess what I'll say is this: the topics at tea stay at tea.
So it reminds me of like Women in Savannah. Did you ever read that book or see the movie In the Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, where they have like tea parties and stuff like that. I want to ask you this about manners, poise, and composure is one thing, but the sophisticated people can be extremely cutting and sharp with their comments and their words. Is there a sense of that there? Is there an energy? What's the energy like amongst the doms?
So usually tea is a very nice, positive, enjoyable social atmosphere. Especially in this one, it was a friend's very loose, relaxed tea. But when we've done the larger events where you have a broad spectrum of personalities, you do get the expectations of, the way that we do tea, it's, that's great. And this is the tea that you're having. And if that's, enjoy it, please. I'd love to hear about your tea. And we can talk about it while we drink our tea, Well,
I personally love the fact that you have a tamer tea, because I have, this is true story. My introduction to the world of the world of kink, period, was through my mentor, who was Lady Lovelace, and she's long since passed. But I was 16 years old, homeless, living in San Francisco, going to school, just like trying to make it. She caught me having someone take pictures of my feet for money, and she said, "You need to come with me." The next day I went with her to her house, to her basement, and in her basement there were about 7, 9 different naked old men. They were tables, they were chairs, they were footstools, they were inanimate objects. And she said, "Have a seat, pick a person." And I literally sat there for an hour, completely, they're masked. All of them are naked. All of them are collared. And it was the most surreal fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire life. That image is burnt on my retinas forever. And I remember thinking, this is some serious shit. And it totally was. Like, but I was so young. I was so naive at the time. I had no idea what I was walking in on. And it was a different time. And I was, an entirely different person. But it was the most eye-opening thing. And I thought to myself, how do you make this relatable? Well, you throw a tamer tea. Not that she was having tea, not at all, but she was definitely having a soiree of sorts. And
that's a hell of a first experience. Wow. That's a hell of a crack your egg.
Well, here's the wild thing. So she was actually my neighbor's very close friend. He was a super eccentric artist. So now I know him just in passing. And I see this woman, she is dressed in red see-through latex. she's got to be at the time probably in her late 40s, early 50s, zero fucks. Same colored hair, lips, everything. She was the baddest bitch I had ever seen. She did not give a single. And mind you, my girl, it was a different time. She was killing it.
Wow.
Killing it. In the grocery store, latex. It was like a Jane's Addiction video. I don't know. It was, she had this crazy, just, ugh. And
Wow.
I just thought, if we could bottle it, oh my God.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Well, that's what we do.
sorry.
That's what we do here. That's what the Growl is about. It's about taking people like that with energy like that and energy that you have and bringing it into a platform where people can feed off of that and give it to them and like light your candle. It's about lighting other people's candles.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, Lioness. What advice would you give? And there's a two-part question. There's Dom and sub. Let's do the sub first. What advice would you give to a sub attending or who's invited and is attending their first Femdom tea party? What advice would you give to them?
Be open-minded, open-eared, closed mouth. Except if you want to ask questions, and asking questions, we welcome that. So if you have a question and it's the time to ask it, then ask it, and just don't enjoy it. Like, we're a bunch of different people just getting together to have tea. Happens to be the mode of party that we've chosen for that time, but keep an open mind.
One of the advice that Mr. Shari, shout out to Mr. Shari, Mr. Manor. She goes, show up, not just physically, emotionally, personally, mentally. Show up, meaning like if you're being a sub, that means you have to be attentive, right? You have to, So yeah. So what about a dom? What advice would you give to a dom in the first Femdom tea party?
I feel like the same. I feel like definitely show up, be present. Enjoy the service. Like if you're a dom that doesn't have a whole lot of experience with service, and it really is something beautiful. I mean, that's one of my, in general, one of my love languages. So when I receive service, it really just cuts right to the soul of me. So to just enjoy being served and enjoy being in a space and time with other members of your cohort that are enjoying the same thing as you.
Nicco Noire, I love you, Nicco Noire. So I'm going to do this. This is going to come. Be whimsical with me, right? Let's say you do anything you want. This is your imagination. What is the ultimate Nicco Noire tea party?
Oh my God. Okay, go with me on this. It's probably going to be like a weird post-apocalyptic Mad Max-esque situation. It's going to be probably oddly filtered in some weird sienna, like bullshit. We're all going to be filthy. We're all going to be half naked. It's going to be like a survival of the fittest situation. We will all, the tea party guests, we will all be very clean and very as clean as post-apocalyptic. Well, we'll be master blasters. And that's just how that will work. So it will be very kind of like survival of the fittest situation. Very Running Man.
I like that.
I mean, since I'm so fond of tamer tea parties.
I like it. Post-apocalyptic tea, survival of the fittest.
He said in my most, but it would be very pantyhose heavy, like super nylon, so lots of nylon, lots of you guys chose the physical challenge. I'm sorry, that was you, not me. So whatever. I guess maybe I'm sorry, Linus. Maybe I lied. Maybe my tamer tea party idea was not.
No, I like that.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I love that you took something that is very kind of close knit and turned it into something very kind of welcoming, like a munch. Very, very kind of munch orientated, where you go to someone's home, you know, even if it's people that you know, you're not really inviting anyone in, but it's like, it's very, you're kind of like introducing yourself to one another, because things change, life changed, subs change. And it's kind of nice to be able to kind of come back and be like, you know, let everyone know it's like the recap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very nice.
So-
It was intimate.
Yeah.
Before-
And it's nice
before
to
you get to the
community
line-
like that.
Before we get to Lioness's questions, because she's got a bunch, but I just want to. I had a bunch of questions for you, but I wanted you two literally get along, and I love seeing. So I'm going to start it off basically with this.
Mhm.
Nicco, please
Yes.
enlighten our audience, for those who don't know, even though we did a whole show about it, right? And I'll, in the background, I'm gonna bring up the other shows, right? That we did, just so we'll just have in the background as we talk, you can see it. But
So
you just, you know, so I want to ask you a question. So, what is about nylons? And one of the reasons I'm doing this is because they want to see two beautiful women on my show talk about nylon stockings. They love it. So please, Nicco, enlighten our audience about how nylons and garters play into your domination style, since you're the pantyhose princess.
So me and pantyhose go to the way, way, way back of me being a professional dominatrix, and just a kink, a fetish model. And that's really how it started off. I was a fetish model. I did a lot of latex and stuff, and I actually had the brand legs. Oh my gosh, it's left me now. Legs Lavish. There we go. I'm sorry. It's like right there. I smoked the joint earlier. Sorry, Legs Lavish. Legs Lavish. Wonderful place. Wonderful. Wonderful at the time. They were on YouTube, and I was their first American correspondent from across the seas. They were a British-based company and or show, and so I got a lot of recognition over there. And so then when I went and worked over there, it was wild, because I went over there, and because of Legs Lavish, I had this wild following in the UK. And I was like, are you kidding me? No, I'm not fucking kidding you. Like, people had been there for like a minute. It wasn't just like, hey, what's going on over there? Hey, I'll check it out. No, I mean, these people were like, they had headshots, they had leg shots, they had pictures off the internet. I'm like, are you fucking for real? It was wild. Thank you, England. That was amazing. You're amazing. I love you. So because of Legs Lavish, and I ended up doing a lot of pantyhose review. That was their big thing. And so because of that, I became the first pantyhose princess of Instagram. And it was this big deal, and it still is kind of a big deal. And it built so much of my career, because pantyhose are sexy, aren't they? I mean, they are inherently sexy. When you think of sex, the first thing you think of: thigh highs, nylons, stockings, high heels. That's what I think of, and I think that's what anyone thinks of.
Absolutely.
And so,
yeah.
to be able to build off of something that is already just so strong is there's so much there to be done. And so
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And that spans gender. Like, pantyhose is something that, you know, it's a whole fetish, like the way that it feels, the way that it looks. Me personally, I love that Cuban heel and the back seam, and that back seam better be straight. It better be fucking straight. And that does something for me. It's like, oh, that's chef's kiss.
I'm right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm right there with you. I feel the most powerful. I feel the sexiest in back seamed Cuban heel. I mostly black and sheer, but I mean, I think there's something about a back seam. It's so graceful up the back of the leg, and even if you're wearing stockings or you're wearing a full pantyhose, it's just the line it draws. I think it perfectly forms the female shape. I think it makes all women look beautiful. And I think it makes all women feel sexy. And I think that's a huge part of this is the better you feel about yourself, the better you're going to be able to be, you know, the monster they made you into. So, you know, we do what we do what we can.
I love your take on that. Yeah, that's what I always say about lingerie. Lingerie is very little about the guy or your partner. It's very much about you and how you feel in it.
And how
So
you feel in it.
I love it.
Right, because how long does lingerie last?
Right.
Moments. Those things are on the floor as soon as, I mean, why? Because you look ravenous, and so you are ravaged, as well you should be. And I think that's also the whole point. It's like, if you don't, then you are clearly a stupid man, and I need to move on. Forward. I apologize. I'm just saying, whatever the situation may be, if they can't see the obviousness of how fantastic you are in that moment, and they aren't on the floor in moments, it is
Thank you, next. Thank you, next.
That's it. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
All done. We're done.
I love it.
So the theme of the show is, like I was saying before, people have that light and then action, the fire. And there was one more question for Nicco that I had. So on this show, talk about ball busting, making manginas, face slapping, doing everything. I mean, your fisting story on how you met Kate West is legendary.
Nick told me that. I was like, that is rock star status.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny. I just talked to Kate like just a few days ago, and she and I were still really close. And it's funny because it's like I didn't realize in that moment I was going to make a lifelong friend in someone's colon, you know. So it's
Hello,
but
Kate
here
West.
we are, and she's beautiful, and she's fantastic, and she's doing amazing, horrible, wonderful, bad, good things in Arizona. So anyone who's going to Arizona wants to get their dick kicked in properly, by all means, please go look up Kate West. She's in Phoenix, Arizona. Straight away. Thank you.
Well, let me ask you this. With all this stuff that we've talked about, what's getting you fired up these days?
You, Nick. You. And the big old flame you got lit under your ass to do and be and all of that stuff. Because it gives me that same energy, and I want that because you know what? This past year, it's been a weird fucking year for me. I think it's been a weird year for everyone. It's felt really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really heavy, and not that it's been so bad. It just hasn't been so great. And I just, you know, I'm an energy person, and I am an empath of sorts, and I do vibe off of the world and the energy and the people, and people are just kind of lacking. Energy is lacking, vibe is lacking, and I know that I'm the common denominator. So I feel like it's just me not vibing with this specific year, and I'm just going to be okay with that. I think the year is filled with all of the unknown, and I love that about it. And I think that it's an anything box, and I'm all for that Pandora life. So, yeah.
We have some amazing shows. Look at this. Yeah, Domino's Cats.
We have awesome shows.
Absolutely.
We got 5 pages worth of shows. Remember, we had Amy Mercury as Mojo Jojo.
100%. No, I mean, we put on shows for well over a year. I mean, we did the damn thing. You know?
Great. Yeah. Totally.
Oh, we had tons of fun.
I'm very proud of our work. I'm very proud of it.
I am too. And I'm
I love you, Nicco Noire.
I love you too.
And check out.
I love you too.
Song.
What's that?
All right. Lioness has some questions. She wrote up some questions. You want to ask your questions, Lady Lioness?
I do. I was, yeah, for you. I was fascinated. I was watching a little bit snippets of the shows, and I was like, I love the way that you're so unabashed about just everything. I love that your truth is turned volume all the way up, and I admire that, and I aspire to be that and bring that energy in every moment that I can. So I really admire it about you. So some of my questions, so some of them are beauty related because you're absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Let's just get that out of the way. But you know, everybody always like the more vanilla ponderings of people are usually like, what's your beauty routine? What's your regimen? What kind of makeup do you use? Like, unpack that for me. Walk me through a little bit of that.
Okay, so you're gonna hate every bit of this. I am like a soap and water girl. I don't do anything like crazy at all. I literally use a Dove bar and water. I wash my face. I use Neutrogena oil on my face, and that's all I do. I don't use retinol. I don't use anything. I am sorry.
No, that's fantastic. I love that you said that. When people ask me, I say the same damn thing. I'm like, I'm not spending money on that. It's like, but
at the most, I like maybe 2 or 3 times a week, only because my skin is changing. I'm definitely beginning to notice it. Okay, y'all are gonna laugh at me. I totally just went to what my grandmother, she was a beautiful woman all the way until she was moved on. She had fantastic skin. And I think it's one of the reasons I didn't think she was ever going to die is because she just looked kind of great all the time. Anyway, she used oil of Olay, like basic bitch oil of Olay. And that's what I started using like 2 or 3 times a week if I felt like I was like dry and itchy. And it works. And I only put it on at night. I don't put it on in the day. I use sunscreen all the time. I don't use anything special. It's just Neutrogena.
Oh, that's great. All right. So I love to hear you say that. That's the budget friendly answer that I was hoping for.
You can find it anywhere. You can buy it in bulk at Costco if you want to. Like, I mean, it is like basic bitch. But
so talk to me about your makeup. It's beautiful.
Okay, that's different. That's totally different. I spend ridiculous amounts of money on makeup. Ulta owns my ass.
Owns your ass, yeah.
It's rough, dude. Like, because look, I realized pretty early on, like, I'm not going to get any younger or any prettier, so I need to like kind of stop here. And so that was 20 years ago. And so, you know, and I keep trying to shove this ass into those same pair of jeans. I realize that I am different now, but I've also embraced that about myself. And so, yes, I do spend money on makeup. I use It Cosmetics, which is $52 fucking a tube. Thank you very much, It Cosmetics. But it is the shit. The mad shit. You want good foundation, use that. That will make your skin look dumb. Stupid good. You don't need powder, you don't need anything, you don't need a ton of it. A little goes a really long way. If you want to use powder, which you don't need to, but if you want to, they've got a really good loose powder. Bare Minerals has a really good loose powder, $72 a fucking jar. Whatever. No problem. Yeah, basic bitch skincare. Holy shit makeup. Holy shit makeup. This is the
it's got to come from, you got to have a trade-off. There's 2 sides to every coin. So you're banking on the makeup side.
Look, y'all want me to be pretty? This is how much I cost. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's expensive to be me.
Speaking of the way you look, talk to me about lingerie. You have gorgeous taste in lingerie. What's your favorite brand?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's so loaded. La Perle is probably my very favorite brand. It is horribly expensive. It is wonderfully beautiful. It lasts forever. It actually has durability. You can wear it more than once. In nylons and in any sort of stretchy, beautiful, shiny thing. I love Wolford's. I'm always going to love Wolford's. And there
So
are other
classic.
brands out there. There are very, very lovely, expensive brands out there. That's fine. That's fine. Wolford's are horribly expensive, by the way. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying that they have competition. No, they don't.
No,
No,
they've
they
been doing it
don't.
a long time. That's
You want to you want to
yeah.
be a real. You want the bitchness. You put on Wolford's. I'm all about that bitchness life. I mean, it's in case you didn't know, but I know that you do. I mean, it's I do. Thank you. I'm going to agree with you. I do have rad taste in lingerie. I also have very, very gracious and giving clients who are all too happy to gift me beautiful things, and to them, I thank you very much. That collection does not come. You don't go out and buy that. Like those are very kind gifts from people, and I've been doing this for a cool minute, so I've got a pretty. My underwear drawer is special.
Special underwear drawer. I love that. Nick, write that down. I have a
One of the
special
more
underwear drawer.
expensive drawers in my house.
Underwear drawer.
It's probably. I mean, if you were gonna rob me, I would go there first. You know.
All right. So let me just take you a little bit. Let's take a turn. I want to just revisit the topic of tea party. So you've never been to a tea party?
No. No.
So what would you like? Imagine yourself like, look, let's in our mind's eye, take a walk through your closet. And if I invited you, if I bought you a plane ticket and I invited you up for tea, what would you wear to tea with me?
Oh, Lord. Okay, so. Okay, see, now that I feel called out. So I have a ridiculous closet, and it is completely black. I don't know if that is an appropriate.
No, it's fine.
That is okay. So
that's fine. Absolutely.
For whatever reason, I had like Kentucky Derby, like if you're not in pastel pink and white, you can go fuck yourself situation.
Oh no.
And
if
I was like, I
tree,
mean, I might have like some white latex, but I'm Nicco Noire. My closet is dark. So
That's the quote.
If
My
that's
closet is dark.
I have an epic closet. Yeah. So if black's not a problem, then we're all good. I have beautiful things that I can wear. I can be casual. I can be crazy. I can be crazier. But yeah, no, I mean, for your tea, I think I would probably be in a very a knee length, form fitting. It's probably a dress like this.
beautiful.
Maybe not so much leather. Maybe, I don't know. Depending, I would probably get a more thorough explanation of the dress code. But proper leg attire, proper shoe attire. My hair would be done. My face would be done. My nails would be done, which are horrible right now because I've been trying to redo my garden. You're not allowed to see my hands. But I mean, I would have my shit straight. Like, especially if it's a tribute situation, because in that case, I'm there for a reason. Like, I'm there for several reasons now.
So talk to me. Are you a hat or are you a fascinator? What would you wear?
Fascinator. Oh my gosh, a fascinator. Girl, can I just tell you? Thank you to the source who decided to gift me the world's smallest, littlest, tiniest pea head that you have ever seen in the history of all heads. When I pull my hair back, I look like a little turtle. Okay, whatever reason, they decided to give me all this damn hair and the world's smallest head. So for me, if I can have a little hat on my big ass hair and my little tiny head, then we are winning at life. The moment you put an actual, like, so I can wear a cowboy hat. That's about it. So it has to be all the way over my entire brain. It depends on how blonde I am.
I love that answer. That's perfect. All right. So that's good. All right. So let's talk about service, tea service, and submissives.
That's awesome.
Let's talk about service and service submissives. Do you fancy them? Do you like them?
I like all service. I'm a fan of service. Although, so in my earlier, I was very aggressive, right? I was very, very aggressive. I was really into corporal. I was really into protocol. I was really into, like, proper, you don't speak unless you're spoken to. If you need to speak, you're going to, whatever it was, I was absolutely into, like, coding and, like, all kinds of, like making people jump through serious hoops. And I was doing it so they would fail. And not because I wanted them to fail, but because I wanted them to learn.
Mm.
And of course this was all consensual. It was all agreed on. It was nothing that was coming out of I wasn't like one day I was like, and now you're going to do this, or now you're going to, nothing like that. These were all things that were previously discussed that would be added into their progression.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not have, like, I would love to have a tea party. Like, I can see all kinds of, like, and see, I go, like, straight to, like, evil, right? So I'm, like, thinking of all the ways that they can fail. I'm also thinking, why are they wearing clothes? Why are they wearing clothes?
That would be
I
my
would take their
fantasy.
clothes
I have
off.
a naked male. Yeah, a
The
naked
tea
male.
would be
tea party.
very hot.
Yes.
Everything would be almost impossible to reach. I mean, I would have that thing set up in such a way. And not because I'm trying to prove a point, but am I? Maybe. I don't know. I think they would pay for the privilege of serving me. And I also think that they would consider the tribute of extra to be disciplined by me. Mm-hmm. And I just see that being lots of different submissives. And it just heralds back to Miss Linda Lovelace and her 8 naked men in her basement collared. And they were just these things. Pure things. They were nothing. They were things. They were just things. And it blew my fucking mind. And it still does. And maybe that's what I need to be doing.
Objectification.
And I love that.
Yeah. Dehumanization. It's nice. It's beautiful. Especially when you can strip away all those layers of just bullshit that they're wrapped up in and allow them to just be for use. And that has a gorgeous ring to it. Just be for use, It's
brilliant for everybody. Mm-hmm. It's one less thing for me. And it might be one extra thing for you, but who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You're being allowed to be no one. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Completely nothing. And that, I think, probably is pretty good if you're something. Call me crazy.
I love it. So how do you like to receive service when somebody serves you? What do you like them to do for you? Tell me.
Dumb shit. So go with me here. I love it when people do small gestures of service. Notice what kind of drink that I like and happen to bring one to their session. I don't have to tell them to clean up their fucking mess. they just do it. Those are the things I see that, and I think they've this is all premeditated. They've thought about exactly what they were going to do because they did it, and I didn't have to tell them. And the moment that I don't have to tell you something, now you're interesting to me because you've thought about all the ways to make me not as me.
I love that.
I don't know
Yeah.
what's the right answer.
No. It's good. It speaks to anticipatory service. It speaks to attention to detail, all the things that, you're providing in your walk of life. You're providing a service, right? And it's nice to have somebody who, on the other end of receiving that, gets it and can really, be interested and put the effort back in. Then it becomes a reciprocal, not just you giving or vending out the effort. It's you're getting something back. And even if it's just the way you like your coffee, if you drink coffee, I mean, it's important.
Doing what I do is sometimes you only see a client maybe once or twice ever, but I pour 100% of whatever it is that they're looking for or whatever it is they're trying to get out of a session. I'll pour 100% of myself into that because I really do feel like this is an experience. This is something that you take with you. It's not something that you're just going to forget about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that's just going to like flutter off in your mind. It's not just going to just disappear one day. No one ever forgets that day they got their asses beat by this crazy blonde woman somewhere in Texas because they spilt her fucking tea on the floor. And then she used them as a stool while they licked it up off of the ground. Trust me, that memory sticks. So that's where my mind goes to it. Like, I'm thinking of all of the ways that I can really turn that into a true Mad Hatter situation. That rabbit hole goes deep.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the tea idea. I love the properness and the etiquette, and I love the idea of having a group of submissives do all of the dishes. I love that. Just the metaphor in that of itself is fantastic. Oh shit! Break my elbow. My cage. Of course, no, I've been in this room before. I swear to God, it's in my house.
I love that. All right, so let's.
Good gravy.
So dehumanizing. So you're talking about footstools. We're talking about putting them to use. I loved your episode on your kinky friends about like the whole human ashtray, the smoking fetish, the real, the darker side of things like that. And, one of the things that stood out in my mind, I'm shifting a little bit here, but just walk with me for a minute. So one of the things that stood out in my mind is, you, in your play, you use cannabis. And that is, and the way you talk about it in the show, and so much of BDSM is like, it is a focus on sober and clear and what have you. And you talk about it on the show and bring up a very good point that cannabis is medicine, right? And so the idea of, using that in your play, and of course, anybody who has partake in that understands that it's a mind-altering substance. It changes the way you feel. It changes the way you think. One of the things that I was curious about in that, in your use of it, is how do you, I guess, maintain the thread of consent or reconcile the negotiated portion of it and then the altered state when somebody is partaking?
So I asked the client well beforehand, if this is something that they are accepting of. If they're not, a lot of times they're not, by the way, then I'm not into it. Then this is something that I don't do, because I think that that is their will, that is their consent. So I absolutely get their consent before the session even begins. And it's not even to get their consent for them to partake so much as it's their consent that they're okay with me partaking. Now, whether or not they choose to partake remains to be seen. I haven't let that happen yet. But just so they know, I'm going to be pretty fucking high by the time they get there. So it doesn't really matter. I do use marijuana for many, many, many reasons, but the primary reason is medication. It is medication because I have massive, massive pain. I spent many, many years doing horrible things to my body as a ballerina, and outside of that, I was a chef, and outside of that, I was, me. I'm not, I'm a Scorpio. I'm not the most graceful person you've ever met.
The thing is with marijuana, at dispensaries now, and the technology, basically, the technology and how marijuana and cannabis has evolved, people need it as medicine. I mean, seriously, the RSO, specific strains, specific edibles do not even get you high.
And how it affects you and how much you take. And it really,
I think that's important to note, definitely.
It's life-changing. I was just talking to someone earlier today, and I was telling him, I said, I notice, such a huge difference on this, and this. And let me tell you how. I don't have pain in my back. Now, you need to understand, I have had many, I was in a terrible car accident when I was younger. I had just about everything just broken, like no joke. And so I've lived with that most of my life. And so when marijuana became legal, it was a big fucking deal for me. And it's not legal in Texas yet, mind you. So when I'm having marijuana brought to me, this is from clients who are coming from out of state, who are bringing me large quantities at one time, and are, they're bringing me all kinds of different stuff. I got a couple 100 milligram gummies. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I'm definitely going to eat it. And you know what? And what's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? Make me feel better? Make me think kind of clearer? Definitely make me a little bit more giggly and jiggly, and who hates that?
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean,
I'm a huge advocate of marijuana. I think it's a massive medicine. I definitely think it has its place in the world to be medication. I'm afraid of what the government's doing to it. I'm afraid of it being. I'm afraid of people putting bullshit in it. You don't need to put bullshit in it, people. It's already bullshit. Like, it's already perfect. You don't need to put your spin on it. It's already, Source has already figured it out for you. You're good. Like, it doesn't even need to. You don't even need to fuck with it. But they do.
This strain has a GPS system. It's like
GPS.
Am I terrible if I say that, like, I totally grow my own weed because I don't trust anyone? And I do. I grew like 20 plants this past year.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for you. I mean, it's better. People grow their own food.
Dope.
You're loving the earth. You're getting use out of the earth wants to grow.
You know what? It's literally a weed. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Who's it hurting? No one. Is it even hurting your plants? Not really. I mean, it literally is part of your garden. It's fine. Just go ahead and plant it. It's okay. It's okay.
I love the advocacy. It's great. It's good.
I just think that it's something that should be like part of people's, like, you want to be like that bitch, like, grow weed.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe it's not legal in Texas yet. What a bummer.
It won't.
What's the program?
Texas just put the fucking Bible into their school. Oh yeah, no, the Ten Commandments literally has to be posted at every single public school in Fort Worth. What the actual fuck? We don't know. It's like, what?
Oh, how's it saying?
Who's doing this? Who thinks this is okay? Mind you, I'm neither a Democrat nor am I a Republican. I don't participate in the government fuckery.
You're a Nicco Noire.
I'm just living here.
How's the Satanism coming? Last time
Oh,
I
hail Satan. Hail Satan. It's all good.
Satan.
Abortions are not illegal here. I love the devil. Really, people,
Totally
come on.
Latex numbed it up on our show Sunday service. Yeah. Yeah, nice.
What a perfect
So
topic
infuriated.
for Sunday service.
You know, I mean, you're not allowed to advocate for your own uterus here. You're not allowed to advocate for your own God here. And you, what? What the fuck do I live in Texas? Because I was born in Texas. Fuck all y'all. I'm from here. I can't help it. It's what I do, bitches. But here's the shit. I don't feel like I have to live here. I have to die here. Fine, whatever.
So wait, let's go back. Let's go back to your, I want to ask you a question. So if you were running, let's say to lead this kinky world, right? Let's say we need Nicco Noire for president. Give me your mission statement.
Well, first of all, you're all wrong. Just shut the fuck up and listen to me, okay? Just be fucking kind. Be nice to each other. Don't be a fucking asshole. Who cares who sleeps with who? Who cares who dresses like who? Who cares who has a dick? Who cares? Just whoop them all in shape. Shut the fuck up and listen to me. I mean you well. I mean you no harm. I love you all. Get the fuck on. Shut the fuck up and just be nice. Be nice. Be kind. That's all you have to do. Like, literally, don't be a fucking asshole. Have an open mind. You don't like it? Cool. Don't like it. Move on. Does it hurt you? Probably not. If it doesn't affect you or your life in any way, shape, or form outside of maybe an opinion, fuck it. Who cares? Let people live their life in peace.
There were a couple questions that
it's super libertarian.
Lady Lioness missed, and we were talking about your public scenes because my
lipstick is peeling off. It's driving me crazy. Hold on 1 second.
Oh,
I'm listening. I have to take this lipstick off. It's killing me.
Okay.
Okay, do it.
Like we've been to events and expos and stuff and dungeons. There are dungeons all around here where I'm thankful, and shout out to Mischief Manor, Mr. Shari, and all the whole crew down there, or up there. That's where we met, right? So you see stuff in public. So you've been around the world. You're the pantyhose princess. Can you please tell us about your very first public scene?
Very first public scene, like very, very first. Okay, yeah. I have an amazing friend. Her name is Lady. Her name is Lilith. She's fantastic. She's out of Georgia. She's no longer doming, so I probably shouldn't throw out her whole full name, but anyhow, she still is event throwing. She is the biggest kink party promoter on the entire East Coast. And she called me one day and she was like, "Hey, would you be willing to like help host this kink party?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so I did, and it was awesome. But it was super okay. First of all, I thought that I had the chops to like get on a microphone and like talk to people. I'm talking like people, like 1,000 people at the time. Wow. And like, it just looks like a sea. And I'm like, It was really, really, really scary. And if I were asked to do that again today, I would super think about it. Like, of course I would do it. I would do anything for her. But I mean, like, it was it was very vulnerable for me. And it really forced me to step up my Nicco Noire and be like, just be loud. Just be loud. Don't let your voice shake. It was scary though. It was terrifying.
But wasn't that exhilarating when it was done? Yeah, yeah.
Well, it was called Totally Naked Nightclub, and that's what it was. It was vanilla to the door, and then everyone's clothes came off, and it was just a sea of naked people just dancing. And it was this crazy like foam and rave, and I was just like, this is out of control. And it was 3 stories. I mean, it was a big deal, and I felt so honored. I felt so humbled. I I learned so much. I met so many cool people, and it was a huge experience, and it was really a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's that. There it is. That rock star status. That's cool. Wow. So what about your first like play, like public play, like fetish, like public scening? I guess apart from the 16-year-old ate men as inanimate objects.
So listen, that I know that's like probably not a very kosher story, but it's the truth. It happened. I can't change it. Fucking whatever.
That was a wonderful
it's over
story.
with. It's fine. But it's, you know, you tell that story today and people are like, you were how old? Why were you homeless? And it's like, look, it was all by choice. It wasn't because I was some like, well, I was a deviant runaway, but that's neither here nor there. It was all very, you know, whatever.
It's a different time. There's no evidence.
Listen, it was the 90s, people. I listened to Pearl Jam and the fucking Cure. You can eat my ass. It was fine.
I was 14 years old going to raves in New York City, like stuff that I shouldn't be going to at all.
We were living our best late 1990s life. It was Y2K. It was the end of the world as you know it, and we lived like that, and we still kind of do it.
All right. Here's something I have to do every time.
Nick, I love you. I have to pee. My headphones are dying. Shit's happening.
You go. Okay. We'll take it over from here. Thank you very much.
I love you. I love you, Lioness. Thank you so much for inviting me here and having me here and making me.
Are we still on for next week? Are we still on for next week? One-on-one with Nicholas Tanek and Nicco Noire, the magnificent Nicco Noire, the legendary.
I love you so much, Lioness.
Nicco Noire.
Thank you. Get all of my information from him.
Oh, I will.
I definitely will, and we'll talk about the whole like Dallas Fort Worth ClubFEMNJ debacle, whatever it is. We will discuss it.
Please do that.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
And come back with the Depeche Mode update.
Did you hear? Oh, listen, I have to pee so bad, but did you hear about the member of the Cure that passed?
I heard.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta pee. All right, I love you. Goodbye.
Love you, Nicco Noire.
All right, goodbye.
She is fantastic. I love her.
Yes.
My God.
So we are still on the air, and I was thinking of we're gonna have a new segment. Okay, and it's called "How Can We Make This Better?" All right, for people who have that crave, that hunger to growl. What we do, you gotta excel. We gotta take it on to the next, make up the ante, make it invest more, you know, and get back more. And how can we make this better? I think of everything these days. How can I make this better? I'm very whimsical, so I'm gonna give you some things. I'll save this for Nicco for next week, but I want this an ongoing show, and everybody please give me some scenarios, already good scenarios. That's the thing. It's already a scenario. How do you make this better? I may throw in like a little curveball here and then, but still. So Lady Lioness, let's play How Can We Make This Better? Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. You have a man pallet wrapped to a St. Andrew's cross in a public dungeon. When I say public dungeon, it's a private dungeon usually. It's a a party. And under the pallet wrap, he's locked in chastity with his cage cocked out. You have all the dungeon toys and all the people at your disposal. How do you make this scene better?
I would absolutely, I would have to take a Hitachi wand. I'm imagining that there's a Hitachi wand there. And I would put that right on the cage and heighten the arousal, right? Get them all sexed up. And then I would take some, I don't know, I guess it would be either plastic or metal, some long, thin something, and just start rap, rap, wrap and just knock on the cage a little bit in between. And it would be a roller coaster of, oh, that feels amazing, I'm going to come, to, ouch, a little bit of ball busting.
Ah, ah. I was in that situation, and I'm very grateful that no one did any ball busting on me. Thank you very much. Okay, how can we make this scene better? How can we make this scene better, Lady Lioness? You have a man with a remote control vibrating blood plug while he's in a mall. He's in Willowbrook Mall. He's in Woodbridge Mall. He's in Cherry Hill. What's the outlet mall down? So you have him with a remote control vibrating butt plug while he's in the mall. You control it. It's already a good scene. How do you make it better?
Well, it's going to be making a low humming, a buzzing, right? Like a phone. So what I would probably do is I would walk him into a more quiet store, like the Apple store or something, where everybody's super focused and you know, on the technologies. And I would just walk them around and watch everybody like check their pockets, pick their phones, find out where the buzzing is coming from, I think. And it would be just terribly humiliated for him. Yeah, excuse me 1 second.
No worries. Okay. All right. This is based on I'm not naming any names, but you know, I have a lot of friends, a lot of kinky friends. They tell me the stories of people. So how do you make this scene better? You're on the phone with your submissive, and he's desperately asking permission to jerk off in a dimly lit back corner of a fast food restaurant parking lot. What do? How do you enhance the scene?
So I have to confess, I've actually been in this situation. I had someone that I was involved with was at a bar, and he went out to the parking lot, and he called me, and he was all horned up, and he was you know, thinking about all the good many things that we've been doing. And so, I mean, it's my civic duty to coach him through it.
I do have to say, jerking off in public is illegal.
It is. So he went in his car, and it was under cover.
Anyone can do anything illegal. I am not promoting it. I'm a journalist. I'm capturing what is happening in the world. Yeah. All right, Lady Lioness. How would you make this scene better? All right, this is my curveball. A client's wife, a dominatrix's wife, shows up at a dungeon party, and it's irate. How do you make the situation better?
Ooh, I mean, pardon my dog. He was making so much noise, so I had to let him out.
What's your dog's name?
So here he is making a special appearance on the show. His name is Apollo. I couldn't keep him quiet anymore. He usually is very good for the show, but he's a greyhound that I rescued. He's absolutely a love muffin. His name is Apollo, and I love him the whole world. So he just made a guest appearance. Sorry about that. Otherwise, he was going to start whining. And
we have cats, dogs. I think we had a chinchilla on the show once too. Yeah.
So how do I handle this? So the client's wife shows up at the dungeon party. You know, unfortunately, there's you have to go into some crisis management at that point, because it's you know, it's a risk management at that point, because you've got somebody in there. Let's say, do they know about the do they know about the husband's extracurricular activities or not? Yeah. You know, you don't know. So if the wife knows about them and she's just pissed off because he's there without permission, you just have to go into crisis management and say, you know, you usher them out, and sort of, you know, be a mediator, I guess, as best you can in between the interaction. But if the wife does not know about the extracurriculars, you unfortunately are in a pretty dicey situation where, you know, you can have somebody, I mean, what's the saying? The saying is hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned. And if you've got a scorned woman, I mean, she can really wreak havoc on whatever dungeon you're at, and that you run the risk of having an authority called, or it really can get very messy. So that's a dicey situation. I don't know how you would make that better. I guess it depends on the players involved. I wouldn't want a part of it, to be honest with you.
All right, we have some comments in the quotes. Hello to all. Jabari Fest 8990. I'm 8. All right, Stan Vladimir. Evening, everyone. Welcome back, Miss Nicco, Lady Lioness. Merry Christmas, Stan.
Merry Christmas,
Stan,
Stan.
for your artwork and everything, all your support. Merry Christmas, Stan. You deserve good fortune. You truly do. It's good, man. Black Messy, sending love and energy to y'all. Black Messy, what's going on?
Hey, Messy.
Cool. Oh, cool. DJ.
Hey, Wise.
Greetings. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Wise. Wise was at the tea party. He had an amazing time.
Oh, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Tyler the Creator on the meme? That new album's good. Anyway, Sunshine. Hello, my dear Nicco. Oh, this is so good to see you. Go with me on this. Of course you will. That's so true. And of course, Sunshine says, hello, Lady Lioness. Lovely to see you. I'm loving the growl. Stan Vladimir continues. I have an idea of what could include a kinky tea party. Makes a sub teabag another sub if he doesn't follow the rules.
What a fabulous idea, Stan. You're an idea man. I see that.
Yes. Hi, Merry Holidays, Jill Sarah 403. Black Menti has a question. Great question, too. What is something kink related that you are looking forward to in 2026? Lady Lioness, please tell us. What is something kink related that you're looking forward to in 2026?
Oh, I am looking forward to having an amazing time and being so successful with you, Nick, on this show. I want to bring our light and our fire to everybody that wants to listen to it. I want to light a candle and pass it on and just make a scream from a mountaintop that this is, find your tribe and we're a part of it. So the Growl, your kinky friends. This is what I'm looking forward to for 2026. Thank you for asking, Messy.
Thank you for asking, Messy. I was thinking about this question. And I have a plan. I have a purpose, and I'm not going to let it all out. And I'm going to take things up a notch, especially with you like it. It's time for everybody to start making money on this, and that means education, and that means connection. The holidays is a rough time for everybody. There's a lot of time for people. You really have your family under a magnifying glass, then you have yourself under a magnifying glass, and they have you under one as well. Either you're with them or the lack of them can stir up emotions. And sometimes, the kinky family is all you have. Sometimes the chosen family. Nicco Noire said it the best. Sometimes
chosen family.
Chosen family. Mm-hmm. Such a great show. Stan Vladimir says, I'd vote for Nicco.
Vote for Nicco.
Oh, this is the fire. This is the fire that I love. So let's end it here on a wonderful note. Let's not waste time.
No.
The next show is we don't have time for it. The next show we're going to talk about, we'll talk about time wasters, and we'll come back. That's meaning we're hungry. So let's how we end this now with per pass.
Per or pass.
So okay. Nicco Noire, per or pass.
Oh, big purr. Big time purr. Purr all night long.
All right, let's look up kinky celebrities. See, this is what comes up on Google. All right, kinky celebrities, per or pass. All right. Who do we got over here? There's too many people.
Oh, Rihanna, my girl Rihanna. Per.
Rihanna's amazing.
Per.
What do you think of her? What's her name? Yeah.
Per.
Or,
Per.
so she's very popular. Brian Posehn has this thing where I can't have you. He has this joke all about her. Wow.
Ooh. I love that's the red carpet.
Yeah, the VMA Awards, MTV.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, the VMAs.
R.I.P. R.I.P. MNPV. Seriously, this is 2025. 2025 is a sad year. I mean, it's a good year.
We lost a lot.
Many things. We survived, but we lost a lot.
We lost a lot.
Rob Reiner, the whole Rob Reiner thing. What a hole has been just left that's not going to be filled in American cinema.
Yeah, it was a brilliant person.
And this energy, I mean, Stand By Me, that when I was young, that very meaningful movie to me. A sure thing. My Name Nick is from that movie. Let's just put it that way.
R.I.P. Rob Reiner.
Yeah. So, all right. Puffer pass. I mean, per.
And we're back on cannabis.
And we're back to that's what I was. All right. I'm going to end it with this though. All right. This is the last Growl show for the year, right? We got a new year. It's going to be a good year, and everyone had a pretty much rough one. So people still have that hunger inside them. They still crave something, connection, life. They want to feel alive. They want to feel safe. They want to express themselves, So what advice would you give for the new year, people who still have that hunger inside them?
I would say just let it out. Go after it without reservation, without hesitation, because we do not have time. Time is not promised, not to anybody. And it's important that, especially in this time that we're living in, we need people who have come alive. We need people who are awake, who are going after what their passions are, who are not afraid to go against the grain, who are, not accepting things at face value, who are free thinking, who are questioning, who are just being about it, not talking about it, being about it. And I think that that's what the world needs. The world needs more people who've come alive.
The world needs more people who've come alive. Thank you, ladies. I am so thankful that we came together and we put on this great show. And I look forward. I have something to look forward to. There's hope, Lady Lioness. There is.
There always is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how can people get in touch with you? How can people support you? How can people support ClubFEM? So
ClubFEM, you can go to our website, www.clubfemnj.com. You can read transparently all about our membership requirements, all of our events. I keep them updated. You can apply for membership as a dominant female or a submissive man. If you have questions, you can visit the Contact Us page on that website, and I do get those. I respond to them in a timely manner. We're a little bit behind on the applications, just because we've had a lot going on, holidays and all. But we're getting updated on the applications. And then as far as getting in touch with me personally, you can find me on FetLife. My handle on FetLife. If you search The Lady Lioness, all one word, you'll come to my profile, and I'm very happy to receive any respectful messages. You can also find ClubFEMNJ on FetLife, Goddess House NJ, which is the leather family that I'm a part of. So I am findable.
Yes, you are. Everybody out to the Kink community, please level up and show up. Please go to yourkinkyfriends.com. Listen to us on Spotify. Just look up YKF. It'll come up. Your Kinky Friends has the YKF there. You can't miss it. subscribe to. We got a lot of stuff. If this show gets taken off, put on there weeks before it comes back out. So that's it. We're busy. You should be happy for us that we got stuff going on.
Thank you, Nick. You put on a great show. It really is amazing every time. Oh, you have some books there. I see them.
Read a book. Read a book. I wrote a book called Your Kinky Friends. It's what started this whole thing. And also, this is going out of print. So if you can get a copy of this, please do. The coolest way to kill yourself. This is how I became really Nicco Noire. So, of course, it's a love story, a true love story about New Jersey rape culture and kink, and it's filled with hard drugs, kinky sex, and an endless amount of music references. Yes, let's take it from there. I always say be cool, be kind, and keep an open mind, but this is the Growl. So I'm gonna say be the good kind.
Be fierce.
Be fierce.
Be fierce.
It's gonna be a great year because you're kinky. What a wonderful.